A million years did I think that Stacy would actually follow through with this and marry Matt. I have to say, I'm utterly speechless. No, seriously, I didn't even marry one. Okay, actually, for those of you that don't know me, my name's Norby. I'm Matt's brother and also the best man here today. I'd like to take a moment to thank Mr. and Mrs. Frew as well as my mother and father for helping to plan these events and the labor that went into making this special day for Matt and Stacy what it is here today. I have to say, it feels like, I'm gaining a sister and losing a brother here today. And it has to bring on a lot of mixed emotions, It brings me, happiness, along with some joy, and then, there's, of course, that sense of relief. It actually reminds me a lot of the day my mom and dad told me that, I was going to be a big brother. There was happiness and there was joy, but certainly that day there wasn't much relief. Ever since Matt came on the scene, I can just remember people making a fuss everywhere we went when we were children about how cute he was and his dimples. Everywhere we went, somebody had to bring up his dimples. So I'd be lying if I didn't admit to you here today that I am a little bit jealous. So it was ironic when a few of our friends had mentioned how, now that Matt is going to be taken, I'm going to have to go it alone. When I'm out looking for women, and I thought to myself, well, hey, maybe a couple will actually notice me now. Believe it or not, these events here today, as significant as they are, there are some other historic events that have taken place here on the 21st of September. Beginning back in 1814, I don't know if you all know this or not, but the Star-Spangled Banner was first published as a poem and later became this great country's national anthem. So now that's going to have to step aside here to these events, of course. And in 1893, the first gas-powered automobile was driven in the United States, and I figured that would be fitting considering the fact that there's more than one gearhead here in the crowd today. And then my favorite of all the other events that have taken place on this date in history would be the 1994 first airing of Howard Stern's show. Yeah. I don't know how many of you know about the show, but it's famous for being as twisted and crazy as it can be. And all I have to say to Matt and Stacy here is that, hey, if your wedding's that twisted, at least you can count on the fact that Howard's been around as long as he has. Still going strong. Now, that said, I'd like to switch gears a little bit to a little more serious note. Ever since we were kids, I can remember Matt, taking great care of everything he loved. And this started when we were young, beginning with Halloween candy. That was actually still left over at Easter time. Nearly every year. His Matchbox cars were perfectly placed in order. Everything about him was meticulous from the day he was a child. And, as we grew older, that moved into things such as cars, what she, would wash constantly but rarely ever drive. So, if you know that there hasn't been too much has changed since then. It's still pretty much the same there. And, then he got his house, which he took very good care of. And I believe his lovely bride, Stacy, will be the same as the rest of those. He'll take very good care of her as well. In all honesty, I couldn't think of a better companion for Matt, and you'll have to trust me on this one because I've seen the prior contestants. Stacy is beautiful. Look at her. Her smile lights up the whole room when she's in it. And you know, she's very intelligent. She's got a great personality, and most of all, she's hardworking and honest. And if that's not the complete package, then I don't know what is. You know, I couldn't be happier for the both of them. You know, well, Matt at least. I mean, Stacy, at least you'll have a clean car. But you know, speaking truthfully, you know, Matt, my brother, he's quite the catch himself. I don't know if you all know him, or obviously you all do. I mean, not know me quite as well, but you know, he's very hardworking and honest as well. Not to mention, he's very intelligent. And you know, when he wants something in life, he's able to go out there and get it. He's just that type of person. And that being said, you know, I'm honored to be his brother, and I'm honored to stand before you today as his best man. And I'd like to thank you for the opportunity now. And, you know, Stacy and Dylan, and who could forget Jack? I'd like to welcome you all to the Graff family. I think I speak for the family as a whole when I say that we are delighted to have you here with us, and we look forward to many, many good memories starting here today. Now, if you all would, I would like you to raise your glasses in a toast here for Matt and Stacy, the newlyweds. I'd like to wish them a long, healthy relationship full of peace, love, and happiness, long, good health, and hopefully enjoying the finer things this life has to offer them. Let's get this party started.